Hello, my name's Lynn, and we are going to talk today about the two different types of searches that you can run on the Lexis Plus platform. The first type of search is what's called a natural language style search or a Google style search. So in essence, if you come to the Lexis Plus platform and in that open search box, simply type in the words and phrases just like you would if you were on Google and click the search icon. This is going to pull back results that are on point to the words and phrases that you've used in your search. Now, it's a really good search algorithm and the results are going to be very accurate. However, there are going to be times when you want to override that search algorithm and tell Lexis exactly what it is that you want and have us give you nothing that you didn't ask for. So that type of search is called a terms and connectors style search, or some people reference it as Boolean style searching. Same thing. Basically, you're being a little bit more precise and the results are going to be more accurate. So that said, I'm going to cover today the top 5 connectors, but know that there are additional connectors that you can use if you'd like. You can locate them under advanced search. They'll be along the right-hand side of the page. But let's get started with those top 5 connectors. We're going to start with the AND connector. So if I come into the search box and type out the word cat and dog and mouse, what that does is it tells Lexis, override the natural language search algorithm and only show me instances of where documents mention the word cat, dog, and mouse in the same document. So if it's a case, a statute, a law review, a journal article, it doesn't matter. If it does not have the word cat, the word dog, and the word mouse in one document together, it will not be on your site list. So that's the AND connector, just making sure all of those concepts appear in one document together. The next concept is the OR connector. Now, the best use of the word OR is when you're trying to come up with all of the different ways of saying the exact same thing. So imagine that you're trying to find a case where the plaintiff was allowed to recover attorney's fees. Well, one judge might call them attorney's fees, another might reference them in an opinion as lawyer fees, another might call them legal fees. 3 different ways of saying the exact same thing. So it's up to you to capture that. So I like to use the example of a car accident. Now, one judge in an opinion might reference a car accident as a car accident, but another might call it a vehicle accident or an automobile accident, right? There's a number of different ways of saying car accident. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come into my search box and I'm going to type out car or truck or vehicle or automobile and accident. So I'm going to go ahead. You don't have to do this, but I like to put parentheses around my OR stuff. It's like a throwback to algebra. And it tells my brain that I need one from that subset and accident to be in the document. As long as that happens, it will be on my search set. Okay, now keep in mind that the word car and vehicle can be in there together, or car and truck and vehicle. It doesn't matter, but only one of those four references and accident has to be in the document together. This is a pretty good search, but imagine that we find an opinion where car was mentioned. It could be such that the car was mentioned in the very first paragraph and the word accident in the very last paragraph of the opinion. They might not have anything to do with one another. And here's a good example. Imagine that there was a judge who wrote an opinion that said, little Jimmy was playing with his toy car on the kitchen table, blah, blah, blah. The dog had an accident on the carpet. Not even remotely related. So what you want to do is think about the proximity of the words and phrases. How close do they need to be in order to have something to do with the other? So I'm going to go ahead and change out the and I'm going to replace it with a /p. That's telling Lexis, show me any instances of where car, truck, vehicle, or automobile happens to be in the same paragraph as accident. The closer in proximity that they are to one another, the more likely they are to have something to do with the other. Now, that's a pretty good search, but a better search would be to have it in the same sentence, right? Car, truck, vehicle, or automobile in the same sentence as accident. This makes sense. If we're talking about a car accident, they're for sure going to be in the same sentence. So that's what this connector will do. But I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to do / a number. So I took out the /s and I replaced it with the number 3. That's telling Lexis, show me any instances of where the word car, truck, vehicle, or automobile happen to be no more than 3 words away to the right or to the left of the word accident. So let me go ahead and run this search just to kind of show you what it looks like. The very first case on this list is a perfect example. It does find the word truck, and it is no more than 3 words away from the word accident. Now remember, it can be 2 words away, it can be 1 word away, but it definitely cannot be more than 3. And here we go. Truck, 1, 2, accident. it met my search criteria, therefore it's on my site list. So those are the top 5 connectors and commands. You have the and connector, which just tells Lexis, I want this concept and this concept and this concept and this, whatever you all want to be in the document, connect it with an and. The or connector just tells you all the different ways of saying the exact same thing, right? You have the /p, so you want something in the same paragraph as something else in the same sentence is /s, or / a number. I don't want it to be more than X number of words away in a sentence to the right or to the left of another word or phrase. Okay, now speaking of phrases, anytime that you want to keep something together on Lexis as a phrase, put quotations around it. So if you're trying to find only instances of the phrase summary judgment, put quotations, because if you don't, it could find the word summary over here, judgment over here, and the phrase over here. But if you only care about the phrases, just put quotes. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is what's called a root extender. The root extender basically just truncates the word at the root and says, okay, Lexis, find me any variation of that word. So I typed in the word bank, and exclamation point and damages. What that's telling Lexis is get me any variation of the word bank. So banker, banking, banked, bankruptcy, banks, any variation and damages. As long as that happened one time, it will be on my site list. So this is really just a time saver. Truncating the word at the root just will automatically find all of the different endings for the word. And that's it. That's a quick introduction to the different types of searches that you can do on the Lexis+ platform. Thank you for taking time to listen and have a great rest of your day.